Oh, there I go. I don't know how to do this stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead on start my cooking. Oh, I forgot to put on my power. Hey, Jay Dunn. Look, I'm about to watch Power and cook my. Let me tell you what happened, Jay Dunn, last week. So I'm attempting to do my meatloaf again. I had to throw the whole meatloaf in the garbage last week, and because whatever, I'm not sure what happened, but I really think we our turkey that we was using went bad for some reason. I think we left it in the refrigerator way too long. But when I tasted it, it was horrible and I hated it. So when Qua came home, she didn't even touch it. She like, it smelled funny. And I'm like, damn. So we decided to throw away. So I'm attempting to do it again this week. But we went shopping and bought a whole bunch of stuff, new stuff. So I'm going to make my meatloaf. And I don't know. Do you make meatloaf? Have you ever made meatloaf before? It's easy, but it's one of my favorites. Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Press one. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, no, I'm not teaching you because it's like real easy, but I'm going to show you how I make mine. And I start off with nope, you never made it before. Oh, okay. So I start off with ground beef and turkey. I like them both. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You do a pound. You do a pound, 2 pound of both. That's how I make mine. 2 pounds of both. And you need some egg, and it's very easy, guys. I use this McCormick mix. It's so good. But what I do is I cut up my own onions and I cut up my own peppers. So that's what well, this time I didn't cut them myself. I got these. These are just as good too. So I'm going to add that too. And then you're going to use some egg. Right, like city, like I watch my power, y'all. And I ain't gonna take too much time because I got an audience, even though it's just two people. Hi, dark and lovely. Oh, thanks for coming in. It's my first time doing this, guys, so I'm a little all over the place. Please excuse me. So I'm just cutting up my onion right now. Can y'all hear Power? Do you guys watch Power? Jay Dunn, did you enjoy yourself yesterday? I seen you out and about. This is a big rich town. Yes. When I say my family, this is where it goes down. Same to you, dark and lovely. Happy Sunday. What are you doing for your Sunday plans? What plans do you have? Is it a game going on today? I'm pretty sure it is. I don't follow football that much. Who's playing? So I dice mine up. I dice my onions up. And like I said, my peppers. Because that's going in here as well. Wish I had something bigger for you to. Good for you, Jay. Good for you. Last night's panel was awesome. I really enjoyed talking with Teddy and really BTV, along with our usuals, but I really enjoyed their company, and it was like a breath of fresh air, a little different. Also, you also need 2 eggs, milk, and all of that is going to go in a bowl. You're doing all this in a bowl because you're going to mix those up with your spices before you spread it out into your oatmeal. Getting ready to start dinner and watch the game. Redskins. Redskins. So, guys, let me tell you, I'm a flip-flopper when it comes to football, so that's why I just said, forget it. I'm just not going to have a team because when I was married, my ex-husband was a Cowboys fan. Wait, let's start with my son. My first son is Broncos. So I went to Broncos. Then when I got married, he's a Cowboy. So I split. I said, okay, I could like both. My son liked the Cowboys. I mean, my son liked the Broncos. Husband liked Cowboys. So, I was a Cowboys fan. So now we're not together. And my son is out the house and grown. Now, my partner now, she's a Giants fan. I hate the Giants. I was not going to the Giants. Even though I don't know shit about football, I don't like the Giants. So I had to try to create another team. You also need breadcrumbs, guys. So I didn't have any that I brought. So I just literally toasted a piece of bread or two. And I'm going to crumble it up in there. And it's going to work just the same. No big deal. I'll put a little bit of milk up in there. Thank you. Thank you again. Thanks. And you have a great day. And whatever you're cooking, I know it's going to be delicious. So have a great day, dark and lovely. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I crumble up some bread up in here. I wish I could show y'all guys. I'm gonna try to I need to show y'all. Maybe I need a bigger computer. I don't know. Because you probably can hear it. I'm crumbling bread. Also, I don't use gloves, guys. I know some people, like my girlfriend, is a stickler for gloves, but I wash my hands a lot because you're supposed to when you're cooking. You have to constantly wash your hands. It's the only good way, good ethnicity when it comes to cooking. So I got my onions. I got my breadcrumbs. I got my egg, my milk, my peppers. I don't know what's going on, y'all, because I'm paying attention to y'all. Yay, y'all got my attention. And last but not least, the sauce, the McCormick meatloaf sauce. So you putting all that in a nice little bowl. And you're just going to stir it up. This is called your meatloaf sauce, per se. And when it's all said and done, it's gonna give you a nice little, I don't know if you can see this, guys. I'm really trying to show you. But it's gonna give you a nice little thick little sauce there. Yep. That's what it's doing. So after that, you're gonna add your meat. Now, I mush it up a little bit, just to get it into like a big old, almost a ball. And I put it in a bowl. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the beef. And we're just gonna mix this all up, guys. My grandmother, she used to put she used to put mozzarella cheese inside of her. She used to poke a hole in the middle of the meatloaf and put mozzarella cheese in it. It used to be so good, but I don't have none, so I'm not gonna do that. I did do that once, and it was really good. And we're just gonna stir this up. I'm not gonna do it with my hands because it's very cold and so I'm just gonna take this and just stir it until you see that um until you see that it's heavily, mixed in properly and everything. Meatloaf could last a couple of days, like seriously. It can last a couple of days because at the end of it, after you have eaten all your sides, you can actually end it off with meatloaf sandwiches, which is delicious. So, yes, you can see. Okay, good. So it makes a nice little sauce, and you're just gonna get that in there real nice and easy. While I'm doing that, I'm just gonna set my stove. I set it to like 350, 355. No big deal. So when I'm ready, you know. Now you're gonna get you a nice little pan. This is about ready. This is nicely in there, evenly. Yeah, I think this is in here evenly now. Now, you can spray the pan, but you really don't need to because the meat is going to make its own sauce and its own juices. So it's not that serious to actually spray the pan, keep it from sticking because it's not going to really stick anyway because of the juices from the meat. But, whatever. And so I'm going to put this out into the pan now. I'm going to show you what it looked like after I make the actual loaf. But you're literally going to make a loaf from it because now it's set, it's nice and wait, I'm gonna see. Let me see if I can show you that as well. Let me just show you. So this is how it looked after it is nice and seasoned. So now I'm just gonna form it into a loaf. Literally, I'm forming it, and this is a big loaf because this is going to feed 5 people for possibly 2 days. Hopefully, I'm hoping that this lasts until Wednesday. That's to make it last until Wednesday. And I think it will because this is a big loaf. But it's going to, once it's set in the oven, it's going to get a little smaller. But that's okay. I don't know who's still in here. It's probably just you, Jay Dunn. Are you still in here? I just wanted to show you guys how I make my meatloaf. And maybe I could give somebody suggestions with theirs. The best part though is my sauce. That's what I'm most proud of. My sauce is banging. And you know, the sauce that goes on top of the loaf. I, created my own little thing using, a mixture of things. And it's really good. I'm gonna wash my hands again because this is really bad. So this, guys, is what it will look like once it's nice and formed into a loaf. It has all the spices because the McCormick meatloaf mix is all the spices you need. You really don't need anything else. And like I said, I cut up my little onions, my peppers, do the egg, the milk, breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs would be easier. I mean, I didn't have any. I forgot. So I just, literally toasted 2 pieces of bread and just, put it up in there. No big deal. But breadcrumbs is ideal. It's more than that to me. A couple of folks. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So before I make my sauce, I'm just going to tidy up a little bit. I hate a messy kitchen. I like to clean as I cook. Put the stuff back. And guys, the best part is the sauce. The best part is the sauce, honestly. I love my sauce. Let me see what I got here to make my sauce. You know what? So let me just show y'all a quick thing how I make my sauce. Really quick. So of course you need your ketchup, but you want to go a little further. You're going to do a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. A little Worcestershire sauce. The secret is this. Red hot sweet chili. Girl, it's like that hot sauce. I put that ish on everything. Let me tell you, it's so good. So you're just going to I put some ketchup. Nice little amount because I do have a big loaf, so I need it really to spread all over. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce, as I said. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Brown sugar. This is literally ultimately for just, I like mine a little sweet because the meatloaf itself is not going to be sweet. So that little dash on top, that's little light sauce on top is where you get your sweet with your salty. And you're going to put some sweet chili. It's really to your taste, however you like it. And then I'm stirring it up. I'm going to show you how it looks when you're finished. I think I need a little more brown sugar because it's not dark enough. I don't want it to be red. I want it to be like a nice little brown. So I'm going to put some more brown sugar in here. Just a little. And just a little more sweet chili. And of course, you want to taste it. Find out what is missing, what I could use a little more of. And to be quite honest, this is like perfect. It doesn't need anything else. And it literally turns into like this. I'm going to try to let y'all see this too. It turns into this nice little brown burgundy sauce. But then the chili peppers is like coming off of it, you know, coming nicely peeking its way through. And it's really a good sauce. And literally, this is how I make my meatloaf. My oven is nice and hot right about now. I'm just going to spread this over my meatloaf on top. It's nice and thick. That's another thing too. You want it thick so that it doesn't really spread over too much. It has to stay the course. Like it needs to be on top of your meatloaf. So I'm just going to spread this on top, guys. And I'm going to show y'all what it looked like one more time before I put this sucker in the oven. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be honest, y'all, because I don't have one of those cameras that actually can show you, which I guess I need to do that. Get one if I'm going to be calling myself doing cooking. I do a little bit of everything, guys. I do everything. When I was younger, my mother got so tired of me. Every time she turned around, I was in something. I kept bringing her applications after, permission slips after permission slips. And she was like, if you join one more god doggone thing. I couldn't help it. I like a lot of things. I like variety. And I'm interested in a lot of things. And that has not changed. I am still interested in many, many things. And I just like to explore different options and different things. Nothing wrong with it. It could be a little unstable though, because I find myself not finishing tasks because I'm on to the next. So I guess if you want to say the down parts to it, there it is. Right. So that's nicely coated over the whole damn doggone thing. And guys, I'm just going to show you one more time what this looks like. Hopefully you can see it. There it is. Nice, beautiful meatloaf. Girl, when this thing actually cooks, it is going to be delicious. Delicious. And I'm going to put this in the oven, like I said. We're cooking that baby for about, I would say maybe an hour and a half, close to 2, depending on how you like it taste. I like my meat done, well done. So I'm going to cook it. I'm going to constantly check on it, make sure, everything is everything. But that is how I make my meatloaf. I am going to make my meatloaf today with some mashed potatoes. And some vegetables. And that's it. So I think I went long enough. What do you think, Jayden? Are you still in here? I don't know what's going on with power right now, guys. I'm gonna have to rewind that, and it needs my undivided attention. But when it's all done, I'll probably make a video and just show you guys how it looks when it's all finished and everything. And that's it. That's how I make my meatloaf. So thanks for the ones that came into the building to see. And I'll get with you guys a little later. Peace.